What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Trades and Gains. I'm your host, Max Pitts, and welcome back to another Investor Central Club breakdown. If you've been watching the Nvidia tape this week, you already know it's been absolute fireworks for the semiconductor. But today we're diving deeper than the headlines. We're talking dark pools, unusual option flows, and some serious big money plays. Nvidia is not just being traded, it's being targeted. Let's break down exactly what the whales are doing and what it means for your next move. So first up is our unusual options flow on Nvidia. This has been insane. Like blink and you miss $1 million trade levels of activity. So we can see multiple 2.28K strike, 771 million, 37 million, and we can see multiple orders for high ticket prices on Nvidia so far. The most aggressive buys were the 620, 120 calls, where we had a 121 million put into that strike. And our volume is exceeding open interests on many of these outdated puts for them, which means that it's most likely opening new positions and not just rolling. The sentiment, it's mixed, but leaning bearish. We saw more puts. Well, we saw more calls at the end of the day here than we did puts. But again, with tariffs and the uncertainty of some tariff drama, we could see this dramatically change very quickly. Now let's zoom in on the big money orders. We had multiple block trades, $1 million plus, that were targeted. We had, let's go ahead and scroll down here. We had multiple buys. Wait, let me go to the week. There we go. So when we're looking at this, we had multiple buys at the 1.5 or 1.4 to 1.39 million dollar level. We had $100 puts and $92 puts that were being bought heavily here. This is a red flag for volatility. They're not just expecting movement, they're expecting heavily on the downside in the short term with Nvidia. Now, let's go ahead and talk about some of our dark pool data that we have with Nvidia as well. Let me go ahead and mark that off for everybody. We got total cost here. So over 1 billion in dark pool volume has hit Nvidia in the last week. And some big prints were at the 104.47 price, where we had 6.8 million shares. We had another one at 103.95 for 3.1 million shares, and we had another one at 101.50 with multiple consecutive blocks hitting that. Now the volume is one thing, but the prices, they're concentrated right below the spot, which could suggest absorption by institutions, possibly prepping for accumulation or a hard reversal. The key level to watch based on dark pool support is $100.50 to 104.50. Now looking at the flow scanner, we can see Nvidia is at the top of our leaderboard for the week, and our flow scanner is going to be down here. It came shy just in fourth place. We had a total volume of 107.6 million, with 51 million going into calls against 56 million in puts. So yeah, flow is slightly bearish, but not overwhelmingly where it would make you biased. This tells us smart money is positioned for volatility, not necessarily collapse. And get this, some of the trades were straddled and strangled. Classic earnings run-up plays. With earnings in May, this might be the calm before the volatility storm. So this is what everything means that we just talked about, folks. Nvidia is the battleground stock right now, and the options flow shows heavy short-term put buying, which is equal to protection or bearish bets. Dark pool support at 101 to 104, which is equal to that institutional interest level. Mixed but elevated flow, high conviction on movement. So are we about to break 200 and run, or is smart money quietly buying up a reversal? Whatever side you're on, don't trade blind. Track the whales, follow the volume, and always have an exit plan. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Are you long on Nvidia, or are you playing the temporary downside with tariffs? And if you want this data in real time, go ahead and join us at Investor Central Club. If you use the code 125, you can get your first month for only $25. $25 to get all this data for free. But if you found this video helpful, smash that like, sub for more breakdowns, and I'll catch you in the next one.